this episode of Best in Kamloops, we are heading over the bridge to the North Shore for part 2 of the Samosa Challenge. Whether you're looking for value, for $1.50, go buy 5 of these, because I am pretty cheap. I do like a good value. Or taste. Destroy that samosa. I really liked it. It's bang on. Then you've come to the right place. Scores, they want to know who's the best. That's all coming up next on this episode of Best in Kamloops. Okay, welcome back to part 2 of the Samosa Challenge. We've got some tasty ones coming up. Let's get to it. Back with the part 2, 5 more samosas. This time we're hitting North Kamloops. So the first samosa we have is from Kami Pizza. The second samosa we have is from Hasty Market. Our third samosa is from Safeway grocery store. Our fourth samosa is from Spice. And our last samosa is from Dhaliwal's Kitchen. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get these things reviewed. Okay, before we start, let's go over the rules once more quickly. Rule number 1, each of the samosas will be heated in a toaster oven at 350 degrees for about 5 minutes. Rule number 2, each of the samosas will be put on a scale to determine the size and the value. Rule number 3, I will be scoring each samosa on a scale from 0 to 10. 0 means it's terrible, 10 means it's the best samosa in the world. Here we go. Okay, first samosa up is from Kami Pizza. Let's get this thing weighed and we'll chat about Kami Pizza. About 119 grams here, 119 grams. Kami Pizza, you might be wondering why is there a samosa from Kami Pizza? It's not Kami Samosa. Well, of course it's not, it's Kami Pizza. There are 2 locations in town. One is near the university, and the one where I got the samosa is on the North Shore on Tranquille. This one looks pretty good. It looks like it's crispy. Let's bite into it and see what we got here. Okay. Definitely a little bit of crisp, but the crisp is more on the outside edge here. Like if I peel this off, there's a little bit of crunch. Fennel seed. This one's filled with the chunky filling. I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but we're back with the chunky filling. And there's also filled with the green leaf. I'm assuming that is cilantro, but I'm not 100% sure. And there's some red stuff, probably some chili. This one actually has a really nice taste, but it's a little bit on the doughy side. All right, now that I'm biting into it, I can tell there's a little bit of a heat on this samosa. And I forgot this one came with some tamarind sauce. I have a lot of different viewers that are watching these videos, some that have tried samosa, some that have not. So I actually had a question about the tamarind sauce because you saw me drinking it in my first episode. I basically did that because I don't have a spoon. I also thought it might be kind of funny to drink it, add some entertainment, but you are not supposed to drink the tamarind sauce. I mean, you can, but it'd be like getting ketchup and then drinking ketchup. So you want to be dipping this like this. Tamarind sauce made for dipping. This tamarind sauce is pretty good. This one's got a darker, smokier taste, more similar to a barbecue sauce. I actually quite like this samosa. That's what happens when you got chunks in your samosa. It falls apart in tamarind sauce. I actually quite like this samosa in terms of taste. A little on the doughy side. Wish it was a little bit more crisp, but I think the flavor is pretty awesome. Tamarind sauce isn't bad. I've actually had the samosa from Kami Pizza, but in a samosa chaat. So chaat is basically an Indian street food. The samosa is mashed up and it's topped with chickpeas and chutney, different sauces, and I've really liked it. I think I'm going to score this thing. I like the taste a little bit better than Van Gem. It's a little on the doughy side, but it taste is nice. I think I'm going to go with 7.9 on this guy. 7.9 Kami Pizza. That's a review. All right, number 2 samosa on the review. This samosa is from Hasty Market. And you might be thinking, what the heck is Hasty Market? Why are they selling samosas? Hasty Market's basically a variety store. They also have a gas pump, but they do sell some hot foods inside. One of them being a samosa. Let's get this thing weighed and we'll chat about this a little bit more. 102 grams. All right, 102 grams. There's almost some Dalmatians running about. All right, Hasty Market, located on 8th Street on the North Shore, kind of close to No Limits Fitness and the Canadian Tire over there. And when I went in, you can walk in and get these things already heated up. They're already gonna be crispy and ready to go. All the veggie ones were sold out. So I had to get one where I had to take it home and heat it up. So hopefully I heated this one up enough. It's got a little bit of crisp. Let's dig in. Interesting. I mentioned in part one that I don't like samosas that are flat. I prefer the prism shape. This one is totally different. The filling tastes different. The outer shell actually has quite a nice texture. A little bit flaky. This would be amazing, like grab and go if like you're in the car and you're just grabbing a quick treat. Yeah, this is really good. You can buy these as singles as well. You don't have to buy these in a 2-piece. It looks like we got carrot, peas, obviously some turmeric because it's yellow and I can taste it. Looks like some onion. Yeah, this would be amazing if you just want to eat something quick. You don't want to make a huge mess. It tastes really good. It's not my favorite samosa, but there's nothing wrong with the taste. This one did not come with tamarind sauce. This is like more like an appetizer, like they have finger foods at an event or party. Not that anybody's done that for a while. I really like the taste, actually. I like how clean that is. No mess. Pounded it down. But the taste is different. I think I'm going to go 7 point... the taste is really good, but it's not the traditional samosa, which I like. I think I'm going to go 7.6. I think that's a fair score. There's absolutely nothing wrong with the taste, but it's not my style. I know a lot of people would be happy with that. I reached out, asked some people online who's got the best samosa in Kamloops. The Hasty Market came up quite a few times, which is surprising. And I can see why. It's very good. It's just not my style. Go give this one a try yourself. Hasty Market. All right, third samosa on the docket here. We are heading back to familiar territory, to Safeway grocery store on the North Shore. This one's interesting. I'm gonna weigh it. I'll give you a little chat about it. 137 grams. All right, the interesting thing about Safeway samosa, they sell a bunch of different samosas. I know there's a butter chicken samosa, a chicken-filled samosa, beef samosa, a veggie samosa, and this one's the Cajun samosa. Unfortunately, they were sold out of veggie samosas, but the Cajun is technically veggie because there's no meat inside. There's a bunch of different toppings in the Cajun. I forget it because the list is so big, I can list it here for you, but I know there's just vegetarian options inside. Again, a triangle samosa, very similar to the Hasty Market layout here. There's something I really like about the first bite of these flat triangles. I don't know how to describe it. Like you're biting into a pizza slice or a pizza pocket. Maybe it's bringing me back to the childhood days. I might start jumping around, creating a ruckus. I'm feeling like a kid eating this. Tastes like those pizza pops I used to live on when I was in elementary school. The filling is totally different. This one's a really interesting one to judge. It's basically like Mexican flavored in terms of like rice, beans, corn. It is a Cajun flavor, but it's not making a mess. Like grab and go. Whoops. Oops. Yeah, like I don't know if you guys can see the beans and the rice and the corn. It's super tasty, but I don't know if I'd call it a samosa because it's not traditionally filled, but it is delicious. I like how neat it is. Oh wow, I could eat a bunch of these. Nothing wrong with the taste. It's not traditional, obviously, but if you want something that's filled, tastes good, convenient, because you go to Safeway, they're always going to have them out, but it's not traditional. And that's kind of what I'm looking for. A lot of people are going to enjoy this one. I think I'm going to go 7.4 on this guy. 7.4. It's still delicious. It's just different. Safeway grocery store, go give it a try. Slowly just getting to the finish line. I'm making it. 3 samosas isn't that bad. The penultimate, everybody's favorite penultimate samosa. This one is from Spice on the North Shore. Get it weighed, then we'll do a chat. Look at that. 100 grams. All right. 100 grams. That is the sound of a vacuum. This samosa is from Spice on the North Shore. And this one looks pretty good. It's a little smaller. It's got some smooth sides, but I think it's gonna have some promise here. And we got the tamarind. Let's get a little sippy sip. That's smooth and sweet. I really like that one. When I think tamarind sauce, when I think of tamarind sauce, that's exactly how I imagine it should taste. All right, back to the crisp. This one looks a little bit chunky inside. It's not mashed. The outside edge is pretty crispy. Listen to this. So one thing I learned, I'm always learning about food as I eat it. I'm not an expert in samosa. I'm not an expert in cinnamon buns, but I'm learning every time I do a review. Someone reaches out, tells me a few things about either the restaurant or about the food I'm trying. Supposedly the authentic samosa has a crispy outside entirely, or else the dough is a little undercooked. And usually it means the dough has too much water in it. All right, so this one's chunky, got a decent amount of crisp. This one's got a different taste, but I really like it. Let's get some tamarind on there. So you don't drink the tamarind. You can. Usually I pour it on like this or you dip it. There's nothing wrong with this thing. It's got a nice taste. Obviously it's a chunky version. Got some crisp. Best tamarind sauce I've had tonight. This one's actually sweet. Just destroy that samosa. I really liked it. When I think samosa, that's usually how they taste in my mind before going into the challenge. It's bang on. It gets the job done. It gets right to the point. There's no frills about this thing. You're gonna enjoy that samosa for sure. I think I'm gonna go 8.2 on the spice samosa. 8.2, quite a good score, quite a good samosa. Spice. Cheers to that. Last samosa of the night from Dhaliwal's Kitchen, or some might call it Dhaliwal's Authentic Kitchen. Brand new spot, only opened, I believe, just months ago. Let's get this thing weighed and I'll chat and tell you what I know about this thing. All right, 141 grams. This samosa's got some nice weight on it. The beauty about this samosa, it's the cheapest samosa. It's $1.50. You can walk in and buy one samosa. I don't know why you would. I bought two. I was like buying two because, you know, if the first one's amazing, I got another one to try. But there's a limit of 5 samosas per customer on this. There was a little sign at the store. So if this comes out with a monster review, if this is in the 8s, that sign maybe need to be taken down. Some people are going to want to get more than 5. But if you have a friend, you have a partner, maybe you order 5 and your partner, your friend orders 5. Now you got 10 samosas. Now you got a party. Before we dig in, I made a mistake earlier. And you might be wondering, why are there 2 tamarind sauces here? $1.50 samosa, 2 tamarind sauces? Let me get a taxi right now and get down there. But I made a mistake. This is the tamarind sauce for Dhaliwal's Kitchen. This is a tamarind sauce for Kami Pizza. So this is the tamarind sauce I said had a smoky barbecue flavor. That's Dhaliwal Kitchen. The Kami Pizza tamarind that I didn't try because I made a mistake, extremely sweet, almost like a plum sauce. Tastes good, but it's a little bit too sweet for me. It's actually got some kick. Nice. So that's Kami Pizza tamarind, Dhaliwal's Kitchen. I love the bubbling on the outside. Hopefully you guys can see that. Oh yeah. Paper thin. Paper thin coating. Again, chunky. A lot of chunky samosas in North Kamloops. That's borderline chunky, a little chunky and mash. Super thin crust. What is that spice I'm tasting? That's a game changer. I really like this. It could maybe use a little more like flavor in the spice, in the filling. Extremely hearty. I don't know what, well, that's a fennel seed. Oh man, this is really good. For $1.50, go buy 5 of these. You'll be smiling for the rest of the night. I really like this one. This might be the spot I go to when I'm absolutely starving. I don't want to spend a lot of money because I am pretty cheap. I do like a good value. Very, very hearty samosa right here. Yeah. Dhaliwal's Authentic Kitchen. It's not the most flavorful in terms of the filling. You're not going to taste a ton of different spices. Very hearty. Paper thin samosa walls, got some crunch on the outside edge. Do I like it more than spice? I'm honestly not sure. They're very close to each other. Spice, I gave an 8.2. Dhaliwal's is right in that ballpark. I honestly don't know which is better. You know what? I don't think it's an 8.3. Oh man, you know what? I'm gonna tie these things up. I know a lot of people don't like when I tie scores. They wanna know who's the best, who's the best. The whole point of this channel is to bring some awareness, know where these spots are where you can pick up a samosa, what's a good value, what's near me, what can I get to easily by car, walking, bus. I'm gonna go 8.2 on this guy. We're tying it up. You decide. Spice, Dhaliwal's Kitchen, you let me know. I think they're both hearty, they're both amazing. Dhaliwal is gonna give you better value, heavier samosa, cheaper price. That's a review. All right, thanks for tuning in to part 2 of Best in Kamloops. Thanks for tuning in to part 2 of Best in Kamloops Samosa Challenge. I think I got that out correctly. Awesome samosas again. Not a bad samosa. A different samosa by Safeway in Hasty Market, but delicious. The next part of the samosa review, I'll be heading up to South Kamloops. There's a few spots I know up there. That's gonna be the last round, round 3 of Samosa Challenge. Then I'm moving on to different things. Hope you guys are enjoying this. I hope you guys are getting out for samosas. If you've never had samosa before, find someone to take you, get some samosas. I think you'd be pleasantly surprised. One of the world's greatest appetizers. I can't get enough of them. I'm absolutely thrilled when I get to do a samosa challenge. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, tell your friends. Let's roll.